Hey, it's me again, Carla, of course. I'm always so weird about that. God, I'm so weird. Anyways, today, oh my gosh. I'm here waxing my legs, finally. They are so bad. Let me show you my legs. I don't know if you can see it that well, actually, but that's the left leg. And that's the right leg. Which one should we start with? Let's start with the left. That sounds like a good plan. So you're probably not going to see my face actually that much during this video, but yeah, no, that's okay. First of all, I'm going to use the blue Ceratol and just kind of give this a good cleanse. For now, I'm just going to do my lower legs because that's when my hair shows the most, because that's where it's the darkest. And the hair on my upper legs is actually pretty much blonde. But yeah, the hair on my lower legs is a lot darker and coarser. So, I move my wax pot. Okay. Today I'm using soft wax. Spigot strip. And then I have a little bit more here I'm going to get to. It's a pretty good deal of hair. I seem to get a lot right kind of in that crease. Kind of right there. I don't know if you can really even see it on this papers that much, but maybe you can see it better than I think you can see it. I can see it quite a bit. Okay, oops. And see, I just try to get like close to the ankle, and then I just kind of do the ankles later on. Same with the knees. Because that's just hard to get all that all at one time. Oops. So, just curves and stuff, you know. Another pretty good one. Like, I'm pretty hairy right now, let's just say. Sorry, I was just moving wax around here so I don't have to reach quite so far. I'm just kind of going in a line down my leg here, making sure I cover most of the length of my leg, and then I don't have to hopefully do it again. Just, keep moving along down the side of the leg. So far, so good. Here's that strip. And then, of course, another strip. Oops. A little bit of dribblage is fine. You just don't want to be too messy with it, but okay. Yeah, I don't seem to get as much hair like in the back of my leg either. I don't know if that's weird or what, but like back here, I don't get that much. And like back here, I don't really either. You can see it's a lot more sparse in there. Okay, and that's already from like there to like there. I'm done. So I maybe actually got that a little bit too much on my knee because I am planning on doing the knees separately. But you know, it's okay if you get a little bit of the knee hair during the other leg waxing parts, whatever. There's that strip. Leg waxing isn't the most exciting, so. But, I don't know. It certainly feels nice to have it done with, though, like, to not have to worry about shaving your legs for a few weeks is really nice, especially during swimsuit season. So, but yeah, it's turning out pretty good. I have to say, I'm getting better and better at this every time I do it, you know. So when you start to miss, less and less hair, and then you don't have to go over it again and again or whatever, you know. And especially if you're using the soft wax. You really don't want to go over areas like more than one time. It's just a little harder on your skin. So, but I like it for the legs because it's easier to do bigger sections at a time. So, nice. My legs are gonna look so much nicer. Okay. I'm getting closer already to the back here again, so. So after this strip, I'm gonna kind of see what's left in the back of my leg here. And see if there's much left there to get. And let's see. I think. Okay. There is some there, so I'm gonna do like one strip anyway. Like even that one's pretty sparse there. But why am I whispering? Get this strip here. And I'm gonna kind of see what my ankles look like. See how much I need to do around there. And I think that looks pretty good. There isn't much here on here. There's a few if you really look closely at it. But you probably have to look at it in person or something in order to really see that too well. But yeah. Like there's hardly anything around the ankles here. So, I think what I'm going to do is do the other lower leg here quick. That's the main parts I want to do today. And then maybe next time we'll do the upper leg. It's just getting later in the day, and I just I really want to get this done before I go to bed and whatever. Oh yeah, I gotta cleanse that one yet. Do that quick. Let me know, have you ever waxed your own legs, or have you gone to go get them waxed, or do you have any experience with leg waxing at all, or any kind of waxing, I guess? Let me know in the comments. So we're gonna at least get this part of my leg done. And then yeah, I really want to get yeah, my upper leg done too, but if I can at least get the lower legs done for now. Like, that hair is so dark and noticeable. I at least want to get that off of there for now. So a lot of hair on that one. Yeah. Alright. But we're moving right along here. I'm getting faster and faster at this the more I do it, just even on myself. So I figure by the time I actually start doing it on other people, I should be good and fast. I'm hoping. When you first start this in school, I don't know, in my class anyway, nobody had any experience. We were all just oh my gosh, kind of scared. And now that I've done it so much, it's kind of fun. So I'm oh, I just really want to get this experience built up so I can dare do it on other people besides myself and charge money for it, Because I don't want to charge money for something I'm not even good at. I just don't feel like that's very fair. So, yeah. Go right here. Oh, it feels so good after you have your legs waxed, versus not having them waxed. Oh my gosh. You get so self-conscious, but then you get them waxed and it's just hair free for weeks. You don't have to worry about it. you go to a lake for a weekend and now you have to shave your legs before you go or while you're there. Like, you don't have to worry about anybody seeing your hairy legs for a while anyway. My legs got pretty hairy, but anyway, I was kind of conserving it for the camera too, I guess, you know. Okay, so here's some kind of in the back there. I think I might get a strip there quick. That stuff is hard to reach when you're trying to do this yourself. But that's why I guess usually, you know, people have other people do this for them, you know. Especially when it comes to maybe your bikini area. Although some people would rather do that themselves too, just for privacy reasons, whatever. Which is understandable. Because not everybody is comfortable with other people seeing those parts of themselves. Besides maybe they're doctors, and I don't know if everybody's even comfortable with their doctors even seeing their parts, but it's maybe for their doctors hot, but you know, then it's like, oh, look away. Look all you want, dude. Or lady, whatever, you know. Maybe she's hot, I don't know. Okay. Doing really good here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Good, because I don't have all that much soft wax left either. And that's also kind of why I'm like, well, maybe we'll just do kind of the lower legs, for, you know, for now, and get those out of the way anyway. I guess I don't have any special plans for tonight that I know of. You know. But just in case, I guess I at least got the most gross part of my legs waxed. So, oh my gosh, that looks so much better. Like, they were bugging me so bad. Yeah, and then when I was taking the waxing test in school, it was a pre-test, I don't remember. I feel like it took me so long to just wax these legs, and the girl was just like, oh my gosh, are you done yet? I'm just like, oh my gosh, you're stressing me out. Like, and we actually got to be really like kind of good friends. But for a while, I think like neither one of us really liked each other. It's funny how like relationships can change like that. I think that's really cool. How you can start off where you're just kind of button heads, and then they end up being like the people that you love the most, you know? You have the best, you know, most cherished relationships with, you know? a lot of times. Not all the time, but sometimes those first vibes they get off of somebody. You know, maybe they're right, you know, sometimes, you know. Um, but then other times you're wrong about people, you know, and you're like, oh, like, you're so much cooler than I thought. Like, you know. So, I don't know. Oops. Dribbled a little bit. I don't think you saw that, but get a little more wax. This is also getting closer to the bottom of the wax jar, so which makes me glad that I'm about done with this leg. So and also it's a really hot day. So I'm like sweating, trying to wax myself today. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's that strip. If you can see my forehead. Oh yeah. Look at, I am sweating. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I think it's about time to be done. I dribbled a little bit on my towel here. I'm just gonna kind of press my paper onto it and try to blot some of that out. Oh my gosh. I'm so sweaty, guys. Okay. Oh, and I could have used some powder on my legs too, but like they seem to come out just fine without the powder. It's more, whoa. If you have more sensitive skin or whatever, it does help a little bit, but I don't know. I use it sometimes and other times I don't. Like, I guess my skin's not all that picky. Like some people's might be. Especially my leg skin. Like, I don't know, they're just, my legs have never been very sensitive. Like usually I can't hardly even get my legs to tan. So but there's one of my other normal hairs. But look at that. It's beautiful. It's normal for there to be like little bumps there, like right away after you first get them waxed, whatever. But like a good leg waxing, depending on the person. So you can go back in about 3 weeks, maybe even longer. I mean, if your hair just doesn't grow that fast, you can maybe even wait a little longer than that. But and then you can't shower for I think it's 24 hours after. And so I just try to shower before, and it's kind of better to shower before you wax anyway, because I feel like it opens the pores up better. So I don't know. I still have a lot to learn because I just graduated from school in May. Like I said, I'm still kind of figuring things out. Thanks for joining me in my journeys. I love it that you're here. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day, whatever part of the day you're in. All right. Bye.